two great charities supporting what we are really passionate about and believe that, like, you know, we've all been migrating at some point, and we've all kind of originated from some spot. We've all got a bit of something in us, and we've all got a bit of unity, and, you know, it's all about, we're a collective of people. We're all different, we're all individuals, but we're all, as long as we're on the same page about things, then that's how we'll move forward. And we just think it's really important that to do something that kind of marks that. So I guess it's more about that than it is about the music. But the bonus is that we've got some wonderful people here to perform as well, to do some amazing music. Hello, come in, don't be shy. We've got Seek and Karlow all the way from Burnley, who are my label mates from Authentic Records. I'm going to do a couple of things too. We've also got Clandestino and the wonderful Becky Owen, who's whooping everyone. So that's the lineup. We're also going to have a couple of people getting up and talking about the projects and how you can get involved. Okay, so I'm gonna do something now, but welcome to the living room. So Seek the Northerner and Karlow, just welcome up there. You can have any mic you want us to have this mic.
So how are you doing, people? How's everyone doing? All good?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. So okay, so me and this guy here, we're from a little town called Burnley. So if you can't understand what we're saying, basically we don't use the word "the" very often. So I don't say I'm going to the shop. That's not what we do, is it? Going shop. We don't even say "t." It's a bit of a myth.
Just going shop.
Going shop. So yeah.
It's economical.
Well, it is. It's energy saving, because as you can see, I need to save a bit of...
Economical.
Economical. We've started now, haven't we? We've started. You want this for your beats?
Yeah, I'm going to adjust this, yeah. But these guys have come obviously prepared and stuff, but
Who told you that?
Well, of sorts. And I threw a curveball at them and said, "Do you want to do something together?" So I'm going to try and make a beat for them. Yeah.
I can feel the hit starting. You know where the hit start? My mate said to me that he's got a golden rule about dancing. He said when you dance, if you want to be really cool, you've got to have a look on your face that says, "I'm doing this move that well that it's actually hurting me." And he said it goes like this. So if you see me doing that, how are we doing, Ken?
Did you stop talking so I can record it?
I can't help it.
I'm going to record it. Yeah.
Up this morning, proud of the changes I live for, smiling at the sound of the rain at my window. You see my spirit's so charged, full of light. Whatever goes on outside of it, my heart doesn't mind. Left darkness, can't find a way to infiltrate my aura right now. That's like an ice cube trying to infiltrate a sauna. I sit and wait for the storm to start setting in, ready for anything. So composed, it's menacing, my thoughts are deafening. I focus my energies into doing God's will so my soul can benefit. Inspiration, something you struggle to find. Meanwhile, I write songs that inspire the sun to shine. Next level lyricism, stay stuck in the zone. Sleepwalking on water when I come up with this floor. The major difference between them and I, word rate stays primitive. I stay committed like suicide.
I like the sound of this. Sounds good. Yo, when life is
a predator that strikes. I give everything and try to reply with some eloquence and style. I get it in my mind that I'm meant to live and die with integrity and pride. I will never give in now. I've never been the type to let pressure pin me. Why? My destiny's to represent this legacy for time. This precipice I climb with its terror bringing highs. Is the very thing this fella let's develop in besides. I could perish in the night, heading for the light. The enemy offended me is energy's demise. When prejudice arise, my defense is spitting lines with the emphasis on penmanship, defending me from ice cold tendencies. My nemesis sentiments are descending with a venomous, unethical method of making everything a mess. So my message is never quick, kids, you better be repping with simple elegance, connecting the fellowship.
Go on, Ken. Yeah. Together we cluster, we raw particles into molecular structure. Part of the bigger picture by carving it in a mixture, articles in the scripture. One cog in a mechanism, one cell in an organism, one grain of sand in a beach, one beat in a bar, one bar in a composition. A symphony soliloquy infiltrating the industry, give the people the missing piece. Heavily artillery, killer beat, lyrically, visually, spiritually, go for war, and a peace. Hit the walls with the illest piece. Hit the floor, then hit the freeze. Grip the cord, then split the freeze. Yeah, out of the inner sleeve. Then pop it on the one, the undeniable one. Primary binary, triangular advisory form. Same song sheet, we sing it on drum beat. We kill it on concrete, we bring it on concrete. The bigger one, seconds night, you bring it a mic, you give it a light, you bring it a right, and never the start, typical type, that's why I'm giving it hate. Killing the beat and threatening this next to kin. Never putting the minimal effort in, always giving it everything.
Yes. Oh, people with glasses, proper cool. With only myself as company, freedom can never be mine. When I'm alone with my mind, I'm behind enemy lines. If you could take a wander around my brain, you find keep lost in the council estate at night. I try to stay tight with J. Christ through prayer. He may guide me through times of despair, so that he may enlighten me when I'm unaware of what's keeping me trapped inside my mind and scared. Yeah, if I'm willing to do the next right thing, it's none of my business what all of them might think. Inner freedom must be achieved, you can't buy or borrow it. Everybody wants a piece, yet most die with none of it. Do you use your free will to incite pain? The worst prison isn't a place, it's a mind state. But courage and conviction can end that battle. Through face fear, together we can shed these shackles. Come on.
Yes, people. It's a nice little warm up.
What are you doing next?
Am I going on next?
Take notice.
Dark clouds are falling, but I never even noticed. The drift on ground, never wetting the surface. This every change is making me nervous.
Yeah.
Feel like my soul is alone in an empty space.
A twist of fate awaited indeed, and it eclipsed my faith. The day the sun shined, but I needed it to rain. She slipped away to richer plains. Now she watches us and keeps us safe. Guardian angel, harboring praise and thankful pride for the family she's blessed with and still stands beside. The sand of time's irrelevant as this elegant dance between yin and yang takes place. On the elements we stand, she's whispering. I hear it every single day, listening for her advice and the wind of change. Same voice, same laughter, same honesty and love. Same rollickings of Kenneth for the jobs he hasn't done. Still selfless in her actions, no time for careless messing. It's a safe bet, she's got them organised in heaven. All in line and checking, they look out for each other. So proud of her role being mother.
That's passing by like it's unimportant. Dark clouds are forming, but I never even noticed. The drift on by, never wetting the surface. This every change is making me nervous. I feel like my soul is alone in an empty space.
You had an angel on the shoulder and a devil in your hand, but but you listened to the good as the rebelling you drank. I guess you made your choices, but I'm settled on the fact that despite this, your achievements are incredible, and that can be seen in the characters you handled as equals. 3 lads that are all kind, compassionate people, and the world's a better place for them all energies of niceness. I'm smiling as I write this at the memories arriving, so grateful. Happy times that were the safest, legendary parties in a house full of neighbours. The Camprionis and the Blacks, the Salmons and the Beans, us Abbotts and the Bowmans, the families that we keep in many fading photographs now covered in dust. And on occasion I wipe them off and look back with love, and you're always at the centre, beating heart of the community that told us it's all unity.
Life's passing by like it's unimportant. Dark clouds are forming, but I never even noticed. The drift on by, never wetting the surface. This every change is making me nervous. I feel like my soul is alone in an empty space.
And so we march forward, armed with the lessons you taught. Calm and collected as his tension unfolds. Ken's a little older indeed, so we makes me laugh when he says he can't wait for the big sleep. I always remind him you'll be waiting ready to clip him round the ear before you hug again forever and ever. I never doubt it, I know how much he misses you. I'm sure you feel the same way about him. Now this stands as a message to us all that connection is eternal and our destinies are raw. So let's all get involved in the moments that we're listening, cause they miss us and we'll miss them when they know more. Better listen, I will keep reminding you the way she did that we need to look closer at the space we're in. Take it in, especially with people there within, cause without them we're nothing. It's just the way it is. Yes. I hope you like that one, people. I was really nervous about doing that. It's about a lady who was our local youth worker. She was an alcoholic as well, probably through coping with us lot as kids. But she was a wonderful woman, and it's a track that's very close to my heart, so thank you for listening. So I'm going to hand you over to this guy.
Viva la bella.
Yo, God, I offer myself to thee, to build with me and do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness. The doors I may help with your power, your love, and your way of life. May I do thy will always. He stays trapped in his past, soul searching, too tired to ask. He just hopes somehow it's all worth it. Back won't stop hurting from lashes gathered from masters whom he vows one day will bow and serve him. For now he's just working to keep the fire burning, but his axe is getting blunt cause those around him are learning. Friends and family swerving, like if he wants our respect he's gonna have to earn it. He reaches out for a chance to resurface, knowing there has to be a reason it didn't fit in with society's vermin. His anger disturbs him, cause he wants to move on but doesn't yet feel like he deserves it. Trying to capture a whirlwind in library reading chapters on Merlin, which isn't where his biggest challenge is lurking. He knows the more he makes mistakes, the faster the earth spins. Still he's all take. Burnley's Dick Turpin. So is it too little too late? I'm told it's too little too late. So I'm asking, is it too little too late? Is it too little too late? They said it's too little too late. I'm asking, is it too little too late for me? They said it's too little too late. He's in the streets plotting, watching people shopping, people who need for nothing. Meanwhile, he has no need for pockets. Don't let him see your wallet, you might receive a flogging. So we can use what's in it to buy weed and poppies. Keep it concealed and hop it. His disease is chronic, he asks for help but he's told only he can stop it. A case of greed defeating logic. The more he reads up on it, the more he feels he's lost it. He lies to get by, but if he's being honest, he tries to keep it real, but he can't even keep a promise. You see, to him it's shocking the way people gossip. You don't kick him out when he's down, you need to ease up off him. You don't need help to self-destruct, the life he leads is horrid. Leave him be to forage in his feces and vomit, the evil's got him. And soon he wish he could change when he sees it's costing. But is it too little too late? They said it's too little too late. I'm told it's too little too late. So I'm asking, is it too little too late for me? Is it too little too late? They said it's too little too late. They said it's too little too late. Anyone? Is it too little too late for me? The darkness creeps into his heart as he sleeps and plants a palm full of seeds where he harbors his dreams. He awakes the next day finding it hard to breathe, and the voices in his head all say he can't succeed. But to this heart and the fiend is more than an arduous feat. He accepts his fate, so he's prepared for karma to lead. You couldn't exercise his demons with an army of priests. Still he's calm and at peace. Dalai Lama type steeds, I'm remarkably deep. Brother Ali spitting freeze to a shark's heartbeat. Thousands of leagues beneath the sea, that's me. Stressing cause you're not getting it. Forgetting I have a tendency to overcomplicate everything. I'm just a mere soul in a human suit. Flesh, bone and consciousness, as are you and you. Every one of us, we are not our mistakes and we are not our problems. We're the essence of what it takes to learn from them and solve them. It's never too little too late. It's never too little too late. I'm telling you, it's never too little too late. It's never too little too late. They said it's too little too late. They said it's too little too late. Nah mate, it's never too little too late. Thank you.
Too good. Quite good that, bro.
Cheers, mate. So this is called Right Now, and it's about living in the moment. Stay still. I used to be the sort of guy who believed his own lies lie. Everything will be alright when I get a deal, and all the time believing I need a powder just to get by, and the weed give me the power to come up with every line. Evidence I was mentally lost. Now I'm honest with myself and those I care about, whatever the cost. And I tell you what, it's got me feeling stronger than I've ever been. Stronger than an ox on methamphetamine still. Every day sticking to spiritual principles got me disciplined enough to know nothing living's invincible. See, physically it's truth origins is sure, but there's no limits as regards to the human spirit and growth. Although sometimes it seems the birds don't sing anymore, the sentiments in their songs still live in my soul. Death stalking us all. That's just how it is. But people are only scared to die when they don't know how to live. See, you can't give it, cause you'll never find out. If your heart's in it, the passion never dies down. Start living, don't be part of the shy crowd. The only thing that matters right now is right now, mate. You can't give it, cause you'll never find out. If your heart's in it, the passion never dies down. Start living, don't be part of the shy crowd. The only thing that matters, my desires no longer define me. Them cheap shots are outdated. It's fine you don't like me, I no longer lack patience. It's highly unlikely you'll stop this man's cadence. Try me, find you can't rock my foundations. I quit resisting, let change unfold, and it seems in turn my life games evolved. My twisted scriptures became sacred scrolls. Now you can feel my words, no braille involved. I was imprisoned in a fortress built from cynical notions of misery, broken, pitiful and sordid. Then my ego was demoted, now my spirit wills me forward. There's no limit to my focus when I'm living in the moment. Don't go running from the storm you're stuck in, just know it's always cooking, and grow to love it. Half measures won't do though, it's all or nothing. How are you causing suffering? What are you overlooking? You can't give it, Cause you'll never find out if your heart's in it. The passion never dies down. Start living, don't be part of the shy crowd. The only thing that matters right now is right now, mate. You can't give it, cause you'll never find out if your heart's in it. The passion never dies down. Start living, don't be part of the shy crowd. The only thing that matters right now is right now. Did you ever lay awake for days on end, desperately trying to find a way to make amends? Do you ever feel like the pain will never end and tell yourself never again and again and again? Well, me too, but I don't need a revelation. Just need to be all I can be, don't need a reputation. Although I have one for being overly passionate, I kinda like one for how I overcome barriers. Though the road to happiness is overly hazardous, when I'm at the wheel I like to think there's hope for my passengers. I'd rather have to fight off 1,000 men on my last ounce of strength than let myself down again. I must endure the storm's battering. Cutting corners I've had it with, I cannot afford to abandon ship. Won't catch me head in hands hidden in shade. More like the ready breath man singing in the rain. Said you can't give it, cause you'll never find out if your heart's in it. The passion never dies down. Start living, don't be part of the shy crowd. The only thing that matters right now is right now, mate. You can't give it, cause you'll never find out if your heart's in it. The passion never dies down. Start living, don't be part of the shy crowd. The only thing that matters right now is right now. Thank you. Yeah, you can use that one. I can't stay still for laughing, mate.
We're just going to make it a little bit funky for a minute again, so I can do that dance move. I'm dying to do it.
Which dance move is that?
The painful one.
The painful one. It makes a noise as well, it goes like that. It's well cool, isn't it? Yeah, Morgan's cool, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a cool guy, like.
What's up?
Dig deep, it's called. You want first verse? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I am I.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
It's on there somewhere, you can see it if you want. There we go.
I'm going to say this.
Is it?
Anyone who's accomplished anything has first fallen on their face.
So this is a little song we call Dig Deep.
We all were afraid to take that step. We don't want to. We're scared to death. But when that foot lands,
Can you feel it?
Yo,
you'll
hey,
love
look.
that feeling.
When you dig deep and can't conjure a smile,
Try to keep free, but the pressure crushes your pride.
you dig deep and find that extra something inside, or admit defeat and give up on the fight. When you've been beat and can't conjure a smile,
Try to keep free, but the pressure crushes your pride. You can dig deep, find that extra something inside, or admit defeat and give up on the fight.
what do you know about the frustration and pain of an addict who's been trying for over a decade to shake his habits and refrain from crazy antics like chasing that high each day despite the way as his veins collapsing? Are you okay with judging a man on the cards he's dealt without considering the stories his scars can tell? What if the rehab and counselling doesn't work? Either stay down, shut the F up or stand up and be heard. We'll not be defeated. See, I've still got spirit, but it's like connecting with my feelings is off limits, heads in the clouds and I'm not with it. Pretty sure I'm down and out, but I'm not finished. Like I will not live this way. But I've said it all before, it's like I'm willing to kill, but I'll never go to war. Like I fit in the bill, but I'll never know the score. Or being lyrically ill, knowing you're never gonna blow. So I stay trying to die smiling, without having my pictures up, whilst being struck by lightning. So I always bounce back in ways that truly amaze, like a bullet that ricochets and ends up in the shooter's brain. Life's but minded the clever as this, all about that extra mile. I'm willing to surrender to it, getting busy building my legacy. I ain't afraid to scrape my knees on that pavement, laying these foundations.
When you've been beat and can't conjure a smile, try to kick free, but the pressure crushes your pride.
You dig deep and find that extra something inside,
Or admit defeat and give up on the fight.
yeah, when you've been beat and can't conjure a smile, try to kick free, but the pressure crushes your pride. You dig deep and find that extra something inside, or admit defeat and give up on the fight.
I make sense of my world when I'm properly heard, by grabbing a pen and pen and then I'm jotting my words. See if you strip my verses naked like you're wanting a perv. You see the word passion tattooed on my body of word. See equality's my statement, F life's injustice. Oppression is the fear of what sharing might accomplish. It's don't and it hurts, right? The system will repeat itself because we didn't hear it properly the first time, sure, right? And it always seems to say, I know something you don't like, the look on Mona Lisa's face, wanna know what keeps me sane. I know that each mistake points me in the right direction like it's yours to keep the faith. Believe me, I've been knocked down and made to feel stupid, but got used to the pain life presented this trooper. Now I'm happy to get a beat down like a bedroom producer, growing stronger for the records, a step to this trooper. I'll be that tutor from the old school, a menace to the system, former killer fortune CRBs to get in this position. If you're a class clown, I suggest you sit and listen. I make pupils disappear like a heroin addiction. But listen, this isn't the truth I envision. The thing is, I'm kicking it cool, specifically tuned to bring you wisdom. Think of this if you're deflated. You can never predict the future, but you can create.
So when you've been beat, I can't conjure a smile. Try to kick free, but the pressure crushes your pride. You can dig deep and find an extra something inside, or admit defeat and give up on the fight. So when you've been beat, I can't conjure a smile. Try to kick free, but the pressure crushes your pride. You can dig deep and find an extra something inside, or admit defeat and give up on the fight.
This is my chance.
Just right. I'm alright. Hey, yo, so when you've been beat and can't conjure a smile, try to kick free, but the pressure crushes your spine. You can dig deep, find an extra something inside, or admit defeat and give up on the fight. So when you've been beat and can't conjure a smile, try to kick free, but the pressure crushes your pride. You can dig deep and find an extra something inside, or admit defeat and give up on the fight.
Yes, people, we have been seeking over now.
Karlow, thank you very much.
My man Karlow, Ken Masters.
Yes, thank Ken, you. Big up Ken.
Well, what about that, What a start. The room's packed out a bit now. We've never had this many people. Actually, New Year, we got close to this in New Year. I'm sure you are a lot more well behaved than the people who came at New Year. Touch wood. I'm going to invite Dan from Refugee Aid Network just to come up and just say a couple of things about the charity, and then after that we'll have another act, and then we'll have another speaker later on as well. I just think it's important that we get to hear about ways of engaging and contributing to the wonderful efforts that these two charities do. So welcome Dan from Refugee Aid Network.
Thank you very much indeed. How do I do it again? I feel like I look like I'm poor. That's it. Get there. A little bit about Refugee Aid Network, if I could. RAN was formed in 2015. About 10 of us got together after being involved in one of these endless political arguments on Facebook. A random group of us. At the time, it was particularly David Cameron had decided that he would no longer support the rescue mission in the Mediterranean when refugees were drowning. Lots of us, random people, just argued that actually you shouldn't let kids die. Simple as that. Pretty soon afterwards, Aylan Kurdi, a very famous picture, was found of a little boy face down on a beach. I'm sure everybody remembers that, September 2015. 10 of us got together, random people, different religions, different places. I live up in Hayden Bridge, Caitlin there lives in Sunderland, Mick lives nearby, and Louisa, who was one of our founders, it's lovely to see her again, lives up in Blythe. We all got together, had a meeting, decided that we were going to do something about it. Since then, we've been to Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, Myanmar, Bangladesh, where else? Greece. We regularly go to Calais, etc. Started off, we didn't really know what we're doing. We said we're going to have a 100% donation policy, which we sustain now, which is every single penny we ever get goes on just the aid itself. We didn't actually realise that would mean that every time that people gave us a donation, we'd have to find money for tickets to Syria and work out how to get there. That was something we worked out the hard way. We're still doing it. We've got different appeals that go on at different times. What we try and do is we fill gaps that are left between smaller micro charities who go 1 or 2 people and the huge sort of national ones like Médecins Sans Frontières, Red Cross, etc. And we try and fill the gap in between those. And when we identify a need, that's something urgent, normally that guy over there gets on the sorts it all out, and 1 of us or 2 of us go and take people's. What we try and do is we'll buy sustainable stuff in the place that we're going to. So if we go to Syria, we buy food boxes on the Turkish border, and then we take them to people in Syria or around the Syrian border. Obviously it's a lot cheaper than bringing stuff from here, and we started off the old traditional way where we hired a warehouse, getting loads and loads of what we very condescendingly called landfill, because people would give us all sorts of rubbish they didn't want. You'd see things on eBay, and when they didn't sell, they'd donate them to us. But that really wasn't very practical, because, you know, sending containers across to Syria, how many sticks across to Yemen we've got sitting on the way across there, wasn't always the best way of doing it. So now what we do is we will organise a particular theme, we'll find out a particular need. It goes out on Facebook mostly. The 7 of us get together, normally Costa Coffee and Gateshead has been the last couple of times. We'll plan it out and we'll just go ahead and do it. Lots of the lyrics tonight really did resonate with me, because it is about living for the moment, it's about doing what you need to do. The 4 or 5 years that I've been involved with this has been the best 4 or 5 years of my life, and I'm feeling like I'm doing something worthwhile. I highly recommend, if you get a chance, talk to any of these guys here, talk to me, get a card. We're not professionals, you know, I work, that guy's up a scaffolding most of his life at night time. Caitlin works locally in Newcastle. I do stupid things down the wrong end of the country. But we make things happen. We make things happen. And if you do fancy it, and you ever want to get involved in any way, talk to us tonight, and please, please get involved. There's never enough of us to do this kind of stuff. The organisation is literally back of the fag packet. Our charity's registered in a bedroom in one of our houses, and that's about the level of it. So you're not looking at professional charity here, you're looking at a group of people who care about a few fundamental things, which you shouldn't let people die, you shouldn't let people starve. And I can tell you now, I've probably been around 500,000 refugees in the whole time I've had anything to do with this, on and off in different things, and I've never ever met one that hasn't been running away from crisis, whether it's an economic migrant who's starving to death in Darfur, or whether it's somebody who's running from bombs in Syria. Make no mistake, these people are in a horrific place. I'm not going to share too many stories because they're all horrible, but call any one of us afterwards if you want to hear the reality of what we're talking about. Thank you very much.